Hello, my horde. As always, it is very hot today, and I do apologize for the sound of the ceiling fan that is probably going to be pretty prominent in this video, because it's actually, the ceiling is lower in here than it is in the living room, so it's kind of closer than the one out there usually is. Or I'm prefacing with an apology for nothing, because maybe my mic's not good enough to pick it up anyway. Who knows? Anyway, today I have been cleaning, and as such I'm cleaning, reorganizing, as we know from the epically long scrap fabric ordeal. Today I'm going to be going through, so I have just a trash bag, just a literal trash bag full of stuffed animals that has been in this trash bag since we moved over a year ago. And I just haven't had a way to display or store in particular. But recently you might even kind of be able to see in the background there, we switched to these lovely plastic baskets with wheels for our laundry. So I now have one leftover laundry hamper that, while pretty beat up, is still usable for a nice stuffed animal wrangler. And I've decided to share this with you guys. Sweet, cool little storage slash display idea here. Really, it's just to the optics of just having this trash bag laying in my bedroom for so long has bothered me. So this is my solution for no longer having just a trash bag laying on the floor. We're gonna try to keep this one much shorter today. I do have a lot of stuffed animals, but I'm not even gonna show them all to you. We'll probably cut out anything that's not interesting, and plenty of them aren't. But I do have a few stuffed animals with some really nice sentimental stories, and I thought it might be nice to do a little bit of a vlog where I just tell some little stories about some of the stuff I have, because that's kind of what we do around here. Sometimes we do that around here. Yes, Allie? Hello? For those of you who don't know, this is my cat. Her name is Allie. She's in the video now. She has no idea what that means, but yeah, she's there. Anyway, starting, obviously I have I have a fat, cute Pikachu, and gosh, goodness knows if I remember exactly what year I got this. But he's Pikachu, so I'm never getting rid of him. Ever, ever. They don't even make him this pudgy anymore. Usually they have that sort of sleeker, thinner Pikachu, but this is that one that's definitely based on that original chonker Pikachu. Oh, of course, I have Thomas O'Malley from Aristocats, which was a movie I was obsessed with as a child. I like cats. You can tell from me having a cat that I'm clearly looking at rub on my tripod right now. Oh, this is one of the really big Thai Beanie Babies. A lot of mine were well loved, so a lot of their tags have come off, but it is a Thai Beanie Baby. I don't remember what this one's name is at all or anything. And I don't think it's Beanie Buddies. The big ones were Beanie Buddies. But I have a lot of Beanie Babies. I'm not going to go over each one of those because you can just imagine I was, pretty young when Beanie Babies were a big thing, so I have a lot of them. One addendum to the Beanie Baby thing, part of why I have a lot of them is because my mother used to reward me. She would go and buy a bunch of Beanie Babies at once, put them in a bag, and be like, alright, if you do your chores, you get to pick out a Beanie Baby. So that actually contributed a lot. They were a chore motivator for me when I was little. I actually used to have like a display that my grandmother had sewn me that was for my Beanie Babies, and it was really just a shoe display, but like it was just pockets. It was a fabric panel with pockets for the Beanie Babies, and they were all just like, they would all just sit in there, and that's actually a really good idea to do again at some point in time, but maybe when I like have a more permanent living arrangement. This is actually one of my granny's cows, my mom's mom. She worked on a dairy for a long time, and cows were her collectible, the animal that she collected. It seems like every woman has like an animal they collect. I have like 4, but I do have one of Granny's cows to remember her by, because she has passed. I have several Neopets as well, because I was hard into Neopets as a kid. I actually share a birthday with the Neopets website. I mean, they're 5 years younger than me. But the Neopets website went online on November 15th, and that is my birthday. Apparently I put a necklace on this Beanie Baby at some point in time, and have never ever taken it off. And I'm not going to. Okay, so this interesting creature has actually, not that funny of a story, but it's kind of cute to me. So I have had this bizarre cat in lingerie for a very long time. This was something like that somebody had, and they were giving some stuff away, and I picked this one out because I thought she looked so fancy. But it's literally just like a cat in lingerie, and it's like, what is the point? Like, it's like tied on in the back, and the actual funny thing is like she's got little cat boobs, but they're actually like entirely in the clothing there. So like there's actually just sort of like indents on the cat from where these have been like pressing in, but it is stitched in a couple of places, tacked on. That tack is actually coming out. I've had this for so long, but then when I started doing burlesque, I was like, oh, she's my burlesque kitty. And like suddenly it made so much sense for me to have this stuffed animal that is honestly such a bizarre stuffed animal. Bless you, Allie. But yeah, so it just is a funny story to me, and I might need to go ahead and throw away this necklace that she's been wearing for ages, because it used to be a choker, but the elastic has well and fully died, and I think I don't want that to break, so I'm actually gonna sadly take that off her. But yeah, she had a little choker for the longest time. But yeah, that's Burlesque Kitty. Unfortunately, his hair is a little bit damaged, but this is the Pegasus from like my very first trip to Disney World ever when I was a wee youngin'. So of course he's gonna stay around with me. Still super soft after all these years, and he's super cute baby Pegasus. There's really some quality stuff, but yeah, this is, oh, back in the day, this was $16. I'm pretty sure something this size is at least $24 these days in the parks like that. Good on me for never taking the tag off. Now I know what things used to cost in Disney World. Oh, and so this tiny little gray kitten in my childhood mythology was actually the child of, she used to be Fancy Kitty. I call her Burlesque Kitty now. But yeah, Burlesque Fancy Kitty. This was her daughter. They were completely an unrelated set. They just looked a lot like each other. Unfortunately, her little bow is quite dead, and her eyes are her little eyes are covered up, nice and like kind of matted up fur going on here. I could have sworn I used to leave a necklace on this one too. Maybe not. Oh, the bow is tied on. That's the bow ribbon, like way deep in there. I don't think you can see that, but yeah, we should do something about that bow. I'm not gonna do it right now though, but yeah. So like fancy burlesque kitty has a baby. Burlesque baby. Did you take your butt off me? I do actually have, this was one of the, like, I don't think it was actually rare or anything, but like one of those like pretty popular ones. I think I remember specifically having to look like real hard for this one, the Halo bear. A lot of the like specific special bears were the ones that were like really sought after, if I remember correctly. But I do have this Halo angel bear beanie baby. All my white beanie babies are so dirty because my parents used to smoke when I was a kid, so they're like discolored and whatever. These wouldn't be worth selling anyway, but I never would, because they're just super nostalgic for me. Clubby the Bear 2, this was another one of those special beanie babies. It wasn't rare, it was just that you had to buy the like Beanie Baby fan club thing and then additionally send off and buy the bear or something, or like you had to buy the club thing and you got the bear. I don't remember. I was like, I don't know, what year? If she, 1999, yeah, I was like 9, so I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, another one of those there. And I have, this is my Luna. I got her in St. Augustine. I can't remember if it was a family trip or a school trip, but this was before anime merchandise was quite as accessible as it shortly thereafter became. Like it wasn't in Hot Topic yet, really. Like Hot Topic existed, but wasn't really selling the anime merchandise yet. So like having found this in some random shop in St. Augustine it was like your regular touristy shop, but it also had a small section of just random anime crap. So this was a really special find for me at the time, finding a Luna plush. Her tag's all pulled off. I don't know what I expected, but that didn't survive. But yeah, so she's been with me for quite a long time, and is very special because Sailor Moon is very special. This is what happens when you get up to do things. As soon as I turn the camera on, she leaves. So there's just a little bit more left. These I was keeping in a comforter bag, but there's a little bit of space going on in here, so we're gonna cram it full. This Clydesdale is actually from a trip to Busch Gardens, which is a very special place for me. I believe this trip was in high school, so this is not completely old, but it is a good luck charm. A little bit of a good luck charm, actually. But yeah, I loved the Clydesdales. They no longer have them, being, you know, no longer actually associated with Budweiser, which is actually now owned by InBev anyway. But I liked the Clydesdales. They're pretty horses. Okay, so actually, I'm going to show this to you in a second. This is actually the stuffed animal that is the reason I decided to like go through this and just like tell the story of some of the special ones, because this is a Beanie Baby, and there's a fun story behind it. It doesn't look like anything special yet. It looks like it's just a cat. This cat has a melted stomach. Because, and I was probably old enough to know better at the time that this actually happened, I had thought it was super cute to drape this over a lamp, like on top of a lampshade. And I was like, oh, that's cute, the kitty can just sit on top of the lampshade. And then I turned the lamp on. And then, I don't even know, you know, how much later it was. What is that burning smell? And, it was this poor baby that there's a big chunk, like, and it's a big mountain too, like, it's like, I don't know, it's a good, like, inch thick almost at the very top, and, like, just, like, mountains out. But yeah, there's just and it's a real solid chunk. I've never really tried to, like, break it apart that hard, but it's like a real solid chunk of plastic pellets, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what is the beans in the Beanie Babies, because I've never accidentally or purposely busted one open. But this one, this poor Beanie Baby, poor thing, yeah, you know, sometimes you do something like that seems like it should be obvious. Like, I was probably old enough to think that a lamp gets hot, like a light bulb gets hot. Don't put things that are melty and or flammable over a lamp. Maybe don't put anything on a lamp. But I did. I put it right over that lamp, and I just melted the crap out of that sucker. And I've kept her around because obviously it's still very nostalgic, but it's also kind of a funny story. Like, looks normal, right? Nope. Melted. But still very lovable and cute. Plus, I feel bad. I feel like if I threw it in the garbage now, like, it would make me terrible. Because after I did this to this poor inanimate object that I have put a lot, that I have actually put a lot of emotion into, despite it being not real. I'm just like, no, how hurt would it feel? I did this to it. I have to keep it forever and love it. Because I'm a weirdo. But yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm showing you guys me organizing this, because that was the story I wanted to tell you, and now I've told you. I can't remember when or where I got this cat with these pink, they are legit pink. They're not just like red orange, they're pink. This cat is punk AF. But it's another cat with a little bracelet as necklace on it. She's super cute, and I've just always kept it that way. I think I used to call this one Ginger Spice. I might be wrong. I might be remembering wrong, but I feel like I used to call it Ginger and or Ginger Spice. I think that's its name, Ginger. Shamu. And this seal doesn't have a SeaWorld tag like that, but I still feel like I also got it at SeaWorld, but I have no idea. And then I have this Eeyore. If I'm remembering correctly, I think my mother got this when she was a teenager. And so this is actually technically a family heirloom Eeyore. I do so love Eeyore ears. Super cute. So I am gonna keep him forever. And last but not least, I believe I also picked this one up in Busch Gardens at some point, this white tiger. if I'm remembering correctly, which again, it would have been a long time ago. I've had this for a long time. But I also went to Busch Gardens a lot as a kid, so it's probable. It's probable that it's true. But I've just always liked this one. I believe I named this one Queenie. Like, yeah, yet another Busch Gardens SeaWorld stuffed animal, because that's what I do. It's when she was a teenager, and so this is actually technically a family heirloom Eeyore. I do so love Eeyore ears. Super cute. So I am gonna keep him forever. And last but not least, I believe I also picked this one up in Busch Gardens at some point, this white tiger, if I'm remembering correctly, which again, it would have been a long time ago. I've had this for a long time. But I also went to Busch Gardens a lot as a kid, so it's probable. It's probable that it's true. But I've just always liked this one. I believe I named this one Queenie. Like, yeah, yet another Busch Gardens SeaWorld stuffed animal, because that's what I do. So now I have this extraordinarily overstuffed hamper of plush toys, and hopefully my goal is to not do much adding to this collection as of now. I did some adding to it as an adult, like some of these Neopets were very recent. I bought them when I was like in college. But I've slowed down on buying stuffed animals as an adult. I've actually gotten rid of quite a few that didn't have as much sentimental value or anything. I got rid of some when we moved, and I found 2 more that I'm gonna get rid of while I was doing this video, because I'm feeling very cold and heartless these days. We live in a very small space, so it really is making me reconsider which things are actually nostalgic and important, but I still have all of this. So there's that. Thank you all for taking this journey with me today. I will edit this so that it is much shorter than the fabric video. The raw footage is already much shorter than the fabric video. We'll try not to do any projects that take 4 20-minute episodes again, unless they're really good projects. No promises though. And with that, I will see you treasures next time. Bye!